my wife's idea of a fun day out is me tramping around IKEA, looking at the cupboards. Nice thing for me, bit of result as well, is the fact that when we went up there, they didn't have the cupboards that my wife decided I was going to put together today. So that means I've got a little bit of free time, and I'm going to take the cylinder off my Series 2. And that's a bit of a result compared to having to put together some IKEA furniture. I have to get my skates on and get this done. What I'm hoping to do, I've actually never done it before, so that is one of the reasons why I thought I'd film it. I've actually never taken off a cylinder without taking the engine out of the frame. Now, the reason why I want to take the cylinder off without taking the engine out is basically so I can still wheel it around while the old cylinder is at the Nicasil platers. So that is why I want to try and do that. But if all else fails, then I will take the engine out and just have to get my son to help me carry it around to park it up at the side of this one that hasn't got an engine in either. So I want to get this out of the way pretty quick so that it can carry on with the Vespa and the desert sled project. Which is the reason why I'm have to kneel down on the floor to take this out. Very annoying, but that's life. It's just really important for me at this point in time. It's soon New Year's, so it's really important for me at this time to get this cylinder sent off so that I've got at least one scooter that I can use before I get the new engine built up, ready for the Dynaco scooter, the Series 1. Because I would like to set up the new cylinder, seal it off, and pressure test it on the bench anyway. I'm going to be taking off the adjuster block and the swivel with the cables in, just because I will be taking this engine out. I'm not leaving it in because I want to leave it in. I'm leaving it in because I want to leave it in so the scooter is manageable until I get the new cylinder in. But I have seen people, be it roadside repairs or at home, I really don't understand why, but they do cylinder work with the engine in the frame. I need to take that off, that one there. It's an 8mm rub. Yep, whoop whoop. Because eventually this motor will end up on the bench, I want to drain the oil as well. Now, you don't need fancy oil receptacles. This is what I use for oil draining, and as you can see, this is the oil from the TS1 engine that I just sold. And what I do is you just empty, what they called, plastic bottle, cut out the top, keep the top on there, which means that when you go to drain it over into something else, then you can just loosen this and pour it straight out into your other receptacle, which is, what's that, tip of the day. Got the expensive bits for that. Oh, shit, that was that was hard, and I smacked my thumb on the concrete floor, as you do. Lovely. The nice thing about using the MTL 80 oil is, the oil looks really nice, and that makes it a bit of a shame really to throw it away, but that's life, I suppose. Looks good. I really do like the look of the Casa Performance side case there. This is a complete Casa Performance engine. Right, next job, to get rid of as much oil as possible, I just used my legendary plank. Just lift it up on the one side of the stand, and that should help drain out the rest. Right, let's get this clutch cable off, which is a doddle with the Casa case, side case. Right, next job is exhaust off, I think. The annoying thing about this curly exhaust is the fact that to get to the bolt that secures it to the engine block, I have to take the end can off. So it takes a little bit longer time. Oh, fuck. Hello. This is not wobbly cam, it is intimate cam. Oh, I'm feeling my pipes in front of the camera. Right, where are you, bugger? The interesting thing here is something I want to show you again. Yet again, another year on this BGM Curly. I can't get to. Where is it? Can you help me out? Can you see where I'm supposed to be hooking that in? It's not easy when the camera is in your face. Damn it. What about this one then? Can I get this off? Do you think? That's that one. I can't see the other one. There you are. I can see you now. I can see clearly now. The camera is out of my face. Did she release? Did she buggery? There we go. Lovely. Right, do you want to have a view under my scooter? What I do want to show you actually is, if you can see my flywheel cover here, on the BGM curly exhaust, a lot of people have been complaining, or a lot of people, I've seen two at least, complaining that all the crack and shit goes up onto the flywheel and in here. And yeah, there is some dirt. I'll lift you up, but I mean, it's not. It's just like normal road dirt. And even on my, I've got one of those fancy wannabe cooling fin things, and I haven't actually cleaned this scooter. You see this, but there is minimal spit back from the carb as well, I reckon. That's a well jetted scooter, that lad. But that is after the Jørvik. I had this scooter to Jørvik, which is 1,100 kilometres round trip, and it doesn't look that dirty really. We did get quite a bit of rain though. Does that help? I'm not sure. It's quite handy, these little lights. Next time you got a order in at a scooter centre, grab yourself a couple of these. Cost nothing and are pretty handy. Right, hopefully what am I doing? Why is that not moving? It's not moving because it's still so like, I can use my camera as a viewfinder. It's not moving because of that screw there. Let's get that screw there out. Oh, yes. Yes. Next job, have to take off the cob. Just got a hose clip here. It's on. Right, the tricky bit, this is where the tricky bit comes in. That's the plug released. I think I'm going to have to take out the plug as well. Plug. Also have to remove my temp gauge. There you go. And remove the cylinder bolts on the opposite side. Right, I've released the cylinder cowl, head bit, and that is not going anywhere because of the footboard on the opposite side. And but I do have a little trick. I've got another trick. This is sort of worst case scenario, trying to get your cylinder head off, or cylinder off with it in the engine, or still bolted to the frame. I've also got a splash plate, as you see here as well, so that gives you sort of minimal adjustment. What I could do as well, it is a little bit lower this because I have got these offset cones in their lowest positions. But first thing I'm going to do, so I'm not going to give up right yet. See the bump stop in there? If I just prise that bump stop out with a... if it'll go, yeah, it's coming. There you go. Just prise the bump stop out, the rubber. Can you see that? That is actually secured because it was so loose. I've secured it with some silicone. But yeah, so that's that out. And then the plan of attack now is loosen the bolts for the shock, and hopefully I can tip the engine up. It might catch on the mudguard there on this series too, we'll see. But I'm going to remove the shock and see if I can tip the engine up enough so that I can release the cylinder barrel. If not, I'm just going to have to take it out. One thing I noticed I forgot is the rear brake cable. Let me just take that off. A lot easier. Oh, a lot easier if you have the quick release type. Oh God, I keep switching my switch on my little ratchet. If you actually like, what I mean by the quick release type is this. It's just a screw in the back here. I actually think the first one I ever bought of one of these is, it's absolutely pure genius if you want to do some maintenance on your engine. Because one of the hardest bits is putting the rear cable, the original type rear cable, on and off. I think it was Martin. I can't remember your last name, Martin, sorry. But Martin, Mr. Knowledge, those in Lambretta Club Great Britain certainly know who he is. But he was actually, if I'm not completely wrong, he was the first guy who sort of... I remember at least the first one I bought off that guy called Knowledge. And now they're made by most places. SIP, MB obviously, and screw center. But yeah, not bad bit of kit. Right, can I price this off? Sometimes shocks can be a real pain, but just if make sure you grease them properly. Oop. Right, let's see what's happening when I lower this down. Nothing. Ooh, this might have actually worked. So I suppose if you're doing a roadside repair or something like that, this could work. Let me just put a cloth between there. Without the bump stop, I actually don't think I'd have to remove the bump stop, to be honest, with it in its lowest position, because with this offset engine cone, because it's just slightly resting, but now it's hitting the mudguard, so that is the sort of the lowest I can get it. But let's have a look, see if I can wiggle this head cowl off. Yes, I can. I think I'll actually be able to take off the cylinder as well. Nice clean looking cylinder that is. That's a bit annoying, this. That will make it, however, make it easy to take out. The fact that the cylinder studs have come out as well. So this is the moment of truth, really. See if I can get it past footboard, which is just out of your sight, and just need to give it a bit of a tap, loosen the cylinder a little bit. Oh, there we go. And oh, and let me just put the piston to bottom dead center. There we go. Let's see if that. Oh, ho, ho. Actually, it was to good effect that the cylinder. Can I get that out? Can I squeeze that out? Does that work? Oh, even yes. Nice. Good. Let's have a look at this. So as you can see, it was just one of the cylinder studs that stayed in, which was sort of to my advantage. I don't think I've been able to get. I wouldn't have been able to get the reed inlet manifold past the footboard. Now, if I have to take off this footboard, the left-hand footboard off my Series 2, then yeah. But yep. It just goes to show it is possible. I wouldn't, not my choice of doing things, but yes. And I think I'm going to remove while I'm down here on my knees. I think I'm going to remove this piston. Should I? No, I don't think so. I can't be arsed. I'm going to just put it in bottom dead center by using the kick. Oh. Look, some nice lubrication going on there. There we go. And I'm going to tape that up so I don't get any crap in there. I think I have to conclude with the fact that if you've got a normal cylinder without reed, then it's definitely doable, taking off your cylinder while the engine is in the frame. A little bit more tricky if you have a reed. I had a bit of luck where 3 of the cylinder studs loosened. That's just luck of the draw, I suppose. You pull those out, obviously, double nut and pull them out. But what I think I'd say is I don't really recommend it. It's not hard to take the engine out of the frame. I have got a video. I'll stick that in the top left corner here, so you can have a look at that, how to take out the engine. The important bits there really is if your electrics are plugged in like sort of a quick release style, like I do on mine, you have the quick release rear brake cable, then it's really not that much a big of an issue just taking the engine out. I think probably use less time doing that than faffing around trying to lie on the floor underneath your scooter, to be honest. So I'm prepping the cylinder for sending off to the platers. I thought I'd have a look at how it looks. What you have to do when you're going to send it off to the platers, the guys in Germany, Holland and UK, obviously, you're lucky because the best platers are in those areas, so I have to send it out of the country, which is a bit annoying, but that's life. So what the plater's like is, obviously read the instructions of the plater you're going to send it to, but they like the fact that you remove all the studs and everything that's not necessary for those. Also save you a little bit of weight as well. And I thought I'd have a look at inside the barrel. It's not horrible, but you can see, let's have a look. Can we see the, trying to light it in there. Difficult. But you can see that if I take that light away, it's actually easier to see. Let me get something I can point with. You can see here, like the Nika seal isn't too bad, but there are some places that will, I imagine, accelerate ring wear. This being one, got a bit of a edge here. I can't feel it actually, but I can feel that. There's a small edge here where the piston has stopped. And if you go further down the barrel, there's a small edge, a little chamfer, you can see it quite well there, before, and here I actually think I'm starting to lose a little bit of Nika seal right on the top edge of the port here, where marker's tuned, and the same there as well. I can actually see a little groove there as well, where the Nika seal has flaked off a little bit. But it's like a bit of an edge here, before the port, after the port. And let's have a look at the spigot. Doesn't look too bad, but you can see there's some marks. But the worst bit is, let me try and get that light there, is actually here, where the ring is compressed by the inlet port here. So where the rings are passing over the inlet port, I've got a bit of a groove going on there as well. I'm not too worried about that. I don't think it should be too expensive to get this replated. It is not been seized, it doesn't need to be welded. So let's cross our fingers that this is going to be not going to be too expensive. Now, what I could do, save a little bit of money. I could just buy a normal standard BGM RT kit without reed. But this has been such a great cylinder. I have done, as I've said earlier, over 30,000 kilometers on this, and when the new engine comes, that means that I won't be using this quite as much as I used to do. Maybe if I'm lucky, if it delivers the new engine, that is. But it's just been so reliable, I want to keep it as it is. The old adage is, why change your winning team? So when you're packing these, be real careful. What I've done is, I've been a smart ass. I've actually saved one purpose-made boxes for the cylinder kits. I did send off many moons ago. I sent off SS 180 kit to be tuned. That's Vespa, by the way, by Mark Broadhurst. And when he received it, all the fins had like snapped off. I didn't do a very good job at that. And with this, I'd like to wish you all a very happy New Year. The plan of attack is this. I have been having trouble getting hold of Lancourts in the UK, who are probably the best in the business when it comes to doing the old Nicker seal. I have talked to Scott from Kickbackgarage, and if all the planets align, then I'll be able to send this off to Lancourt, and Scott will be able to go to the factory and actually have a look what they do, what the process of putting the Nicker seal on the cylinder is. And that would be really cool for everybody, I think. Me too. I'd really like to go down there and see it for myself. But problem being, when I send an email to him, poing, it just bounces straight back again. And I've tried to phone him. I just get an answering machine. I suspect they might be even closed in between Christmas and New Year. So what I'm going to do is phone them next week, and hopefully we can I can send this off, get that sorted, because they really need this back latest middle of February, so that I can I've got to guarantee that at least one of my scooters will be working. Anyway, I will stop babbling. I will love you and leave you. As I said, Happy New Year, and I'll see you all in the next one. Don't forget, if you haven't already done it, do the old subscribe. 87% of people who watch this channel are not subscribed, so do that and give me the old thumbs up. Really helps. I'll see you later. Ta-ra.